We are Ace Records. In this video, we'll be answering the question: how do you use media technologies in construction, research and planning and evaluation stages? Together we will discuss and evaluate all software and hardware we used. Throughout our portfolio, we came across many different types of technologies while researching, planning and constructing our products. We enhanced some of our knowledge, but we also learned about new technologies that we went on to use later in some of our other tasks. We used various types of software to show our creative side in order to make our tasks more interesting. We used iMovie for editing our footage for our tasks. We used this type of software a few times as it was appropriate in editing and rearranging our clips, as well as adding effects to them to make them look more interesting. We show these skills through tasks such as music theory. Mood board, etc. One particular task in which we used iMovie effectively was the task research into relevant music genre, where we could use freeze frames to analyse particular things such as the elements of the Andrew Goodman theory, voyeurism, lyrics connecting with the visuals on screen, etc. To get ourselves familiar with Final Cut Pro, we used it numerous times in our research and planning tasks. One particular task in Final Cut Pro was used was tracking an artist through their career. Final Cut Pro was specifically used in order to use green screen to create a suitable atmosphere for our chat show. Using the green screen not only allowed us to make the task look more interesting, but it let us become more familiar in how to use green screen. It became simple to us as we filled around the green screen, learned new things such as how to change the lighting in Final Cut Pro in order to make the image look more realistic and match what is happening on screen in the camera. This helped us create the right atmosphere for the chat show.
Okay.
Another particular task in which we used Final Cut Pro effectively was another research task: research into existing record labels. For this task we created a weather report. Individually I created a PowerPoint presentation in the style of a weather presentation. The logo, however, was created in Photoshop, where I imitated the existing BBC logo, but adapted it to make my own version of the weather report, a music weather report logo. Photoshop was also used when we created our company logo called Ace Records. Even though we had used Photoshop before, there were some elements of the software we didn't understand, so we learned from tutorials online that enhanced our knowledge further. Using Photoshop was an effective way to create an edit, as it allowed us to create the image or idea we had in mind. Using Photoshop earlier on in the stages allowed us to become more familiar with the software so that we could use it comfortably in our tasks and ancillary tasks. Whilst filming for our research planning tasks, we used a flip cam. We thought this was an appropriate and easy way to handle to record small amounts of footage. However, when we were recording our main product, we used a HD camera. This is because the HD camera would obviously give high definition footage, and we would have a better quality footage for our actual music video. When filming, we had learned new techniques in ways we could use the camera. For example, the point of view shot and the over-the-shoulder shot, we used a shoulder brace that would allow for steady shots and allow for full focus of the shot we were trying to achieve. Another shot we thought was very effective was a pull focus shot we used in the music video. This was deliberately done as planned in our storyboard, and therefore we practiced it many times in order to achieve the best possible shot. We created our storyboard and a storyboard template that we were able to use to show our ideas clearly, such as the camera movements, the camera angles, and the editing style we wish. Also, by creating a storyboard by hand, it allowed us to clearly understand and draw the vision we had in mind, giving us a better understanding of our own idea. During the making of our product, we used the dolly and track. We used this so we could create a 180-degree shot, where we were able to show the whole band playing. By doing this, it had a smooth and professional effect, as well as allowing our knowledge of camera angles and movements to be shown. This gave our music video a different dimension and a variety of camera angles through the variety of camera movements and angles. In order to explain and make our tasks on our website more exciting, we used GarageBand to explain each of our own tasks. We felt that this was a good way to get familiar with GarageBand, as we use this in other softwares, as we use this software in our evaluation questions. This leads to another software known as Camtasia that we use in evaluation questions, as well as also using it, as well as also using Final Cut Pro for editing our music video. Previous experience from Final Cut Pro allowed our music video to be more exciting. We used it in last year's thriller opening, and therefore using this software to create our music video wasn't as hard as we expected it to be. When it came to creating digipack, we had come up with different ideas that would be suited for the band and the genre, our pop genre. After coming up with many ideas, we started creating digipack on the software known as Illustrator. This helped us create an effective and interesting digipack as a group. And we were all new to this software, and we had a lot of problem learning how to use it. But however, we gained professional assistance from a professional user, and we went on to use it ourselves, and we created a very effective digipack. YouTube was another type of software, internet-based software we used. And we used it a lot in our planning and research stages. One task in which we used YouTube is when we came to planning our costume. We used YouTube to research many different 80s pop music videos, such as from the Arctic Monkeys. We used this to help identify what type of costume would be appropriate. This way we were able to meet the right conventions of the pop genre. We used Wix for our artist website. We thought that this would be effective as it was a user-friendly website. And having used it last year, we had previous knowledge, and therefore gave us the flexibility to create a professional-looking website for our artists.